this for a long time.
Did you hear about the Zakoku decree?
Let's fix them.
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail.
Decree?
Did you hear about the
Disastrous
Zakoku
happen
decree?
again?
I haven't done this for a long time. Yeah. I don't even know how to play this game.
The Sakoku decree?
Did you hear about the Zakoku
It's
decree?
just-
Disastrous
I know. Of course it's
So,
gonna do that.
Sucrose, the package you mentioned that you received, you need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials, and all the bouncing around in transit caused a reaction.
Really? A lot.
Once I opened it, oh, it let out a stench that could wake the dead.
Oh dear. Not the dead.
If your package contains anything like that, then maybe you should check with Albedo first and see what he thinks.
No, this package didn't contain any hazardous materials.
I've not missed in the last year.
Timaeus! Sucrose! What are you two chatting about?
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking about a strange package that Sucrose received recently.
A strange package? Yes. I believe it's from a Sumeru scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt. It's most likely a thank you gift for collaborating on some research together.
Oh. Okay.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar? Oh, then there could be anything inside.
Oh dear. Paimon's worried. Paimon's interested.
There wasn't anything dangerous inside, just a bunch of strange cards. I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar looking cards before, so I came to ask him about what they might be.
You've seen me with some cards? Maybe those were the testing cards used for distinguishing reagents.
No, they didn't look like test cards. Here, have a look.
Oh.
Oh, you meant these? Huh. Sucrose, have you really never seen these before?
No, never. Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating pentatonic sweet flowers. Why? Is this an area of research that has started trending in the alchemical community during my absence?
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of research. It's called Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG!
Huh.
Genius Invocation TCG! Haven't you heard of it before?
No, I haven't been here for the last year and a half.
Apparently, it's a game that was invented by a scholar in the academia. People from all over are playing it now.
That's right. The game's been catching on lately. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has even published a series of light novels based on the game. The story is really good. It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opens it and discovers that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King has been captured inside.
Really?
It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the casket of tomes. After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks and become a legendary TCG player.
I've got a lot to catch up on, haven't I?
Timaeus.
Yes.
Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how the story plays out, I can lend you the novels.
No. I was just thinking about that time you requested an extension on your progress report deadline, citing personal reasons for the delay.
Well, I did go through a phase recently where I wasn't putting enough focus on my work, but it's under control now. I've committed to not even touch Genius Invocation TCG until I've made enough progress in my research.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh? Why's
Oh, there's an
that?
advert. Let me see.
Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that I should at least try to learn the rules. That way, I could say that I at least tried to appreciate his gift.
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Playing it might even make you smarter.
Yeah. Hold off while there's an advert. Let's continue.
Okay, fine. Paimon's curious and would like to give it a try.
Okay.
Please? Although, it seems like we can't learn how to play it anytime soon, because Timaeus has given up for a while.
Well, research is my priority, you know. But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail. Yep, that's the place. It's where everyone in the community goes to play when they have time. They
I
gather
actually
there,
want to kill
trade
some
cards, and they're very welcoming to new players.
Oh no. I don't want to do
Trying to learn the rules can be intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it.
Understood. Traveler? Paimon? Let's go to the Cat's Tail and try asking around. To be honest, hearing Timaeus talking about the game has also piqued my curiosity.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going!
Yeah. Not yet. That's better. Probably not the best place to go and kill things, is it? Okay, let's go somewhere else. other stuff, but don't want to die immediately. Yay. I don't know what I'm collecting. I wonder. Wouldn't have had to get to the store, I guess.
Once, there was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens.
I know. Yep.
In adventuring, as in business.
Yep.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
Wow.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale reporting for duty. I will. Everything's ready. Let the magic begin. Let the magic begin!
And that.
You always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
on, enough procrastinating.
Be
Let's
quiet.
go.
Is it that long that it thinks I need to know it all again? Yeah. Guess that's not really looking for. This is going to be painful. Let's chase it.
Alright, Nico, we're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Why don't you take a guess? I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the Yai Publishing House.
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yai Publishing House with the status of Guji Yai and tell everyone that the incantations in that book are dangerous!
Oh, wow. Your first guess, and you got it absolutely wrong.
Yeah! Wait! Seriously? That wasn't it?
A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is the hottest light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the incantations are real. In bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh, how about we confiscate all the copies?
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
But that means there's nothing we can do.
Well, I've been thinking. I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone. The book contains many ancient kaidan, or tales of the supernatural, and is written in a very engaging way. That is why the book has become so popular. I think we're going to have a difficult time trying to rein in its popularity while it's the only work in its league on the market. That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? You replace it with the next
dear.
next big thing. So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rivals' sales numbers and win our readers back. That is how Yae Miko wages war. Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Wait, Miko. So you want us to write a novel?
Yeah. Yeah, that's no.
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. But let's not forget that I am the chief editor of the Yae Publishing House. I have my ways. I did say this is what we're going to do. I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary. Anyway, there is a writer submission event going on at the moment. Start by talking to readers and finding out what they're into. When you have an idea of what the current trends are, come back and see me. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
The new book from Yae Publishing House is out. Come take a look.
Surely it'd be more interesting for the protagonist to decide what to start. They must have their reasons.
The key to a successful light novel is having good illustrations. When to use illustrations, what they should contain, and which artist you should commission for them. These are all key things to bear in mind. Good illustrations can make up for bad writing. But on the flip side, a bad illustration can ruin your novel, even if you have the best story in the world. There's a saying that light novels are essentially a case of buy art, get words free. I'd agree with that. Too bad most of the top artists have jam-packed schedules, so it's extremely difficult to commission them. The illustrations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits are incredible, but it's unlike any art style I've ever seen before.
I've been reading light novels for a long time now. I'm mainly into big, ambitious fantasy works with an original core concept and good storytelling. These days, though, everyone seems to be imitating each other. Most of the time, I can guess what the story is about just from the title. The only recent book worth mentioning is A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. Not only is it a good story, but the descriptions are really true to life. So much so that I'm almost wondering if maybe the author really has met all those yokai before.
I'll be honest. I read light novels for the cheap thrills. In most traditional stories, the protagonist usually has this long and drawn-out character arc, usually involving a process of separation, loss, and ultimately growth and renewed strength. It reads well and everything, it's just a little slow-paced for me. By contrast, there's this popular light novel at the moment called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, where the protagonist is super strong right from the get-go. That's what I mean by cheap thrills. Action-packed right from page one. The protagonist is a kitsune who has not only mastered the secret art of incantations, but also tea ceremony, painting, and calligraphy.
There's much more to light novels than Paimon realized. Let's go tell our findings to Yae Miko.
you are. Let me introduce the team. You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the author he's partnered with. Junkichi's working through a creative lull at the moment, but all his past works have been very popular with young people. He's developed a distinct and enduringly popular style. Satomi is Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names. As for what those names are, well, that's a trade secret. They will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks a first-hand guide to summoning spirits off its perch. So, feeling better about my plan now?
Uh-huh. It definitely makes sense.
Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences. All very true. An original core concept, a fast pace, quality illustrations, and lots of action. This is the formula that will guarantee good sales numbers. More importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of realism.
Paimon followed pretty much all of that, but there's still one question. What are we actually gonna write about? For example, we know we need an original core concept, but how do we come up with one?
Before you can answer that question, you have to understand your target audience. Take a first-hand guide to summoning spirits, for example. When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the kitsune. But to the general public, it's bursting with new and interesting ideas. It all comes down to the size of the information gap between author and reader. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original to them.
Oh, right! So maybe we can take inspiration from our time in Mondstadt and Lilith.
No, really?
But that would make it a completely different genre than a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. Is that gonna be a problem?
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based on your travel experiences. As long as the core content is interesting, my expert team here will be able to flesh out the details.
Alright, let's start with chapter 1 then. What are you thinking?
Gotta go with the Isekai.
No one would ever go for that, no matter how you tried to play it.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9. Is there really flying emergency food in other worlds? How does it taste? And how do you cook it? It's a strong opening, an easy way to grab the reader's attention. Never underestimate the appeal of culinary-oriented subject matter. Food, after all, is a topic that everyone is interested in.
Hey!
Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light novels you've read in the past. I think you really understand what we're trying to do here. Thoughts from the experts? Are we able to work with this general framework to make an interesting story?
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core concept if I'm not careful, so this deals with that problem.
That's good. Okay, we're done with Chapter 1. Let's move on to Chapter 2.
Won't that do for now?
Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, all our hard work so far is in vain. Hurry, Chapter 2, let's go. Can't you...
What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But alas, the time has come prematurely.
Before it came to what? What's happened?
The bane of our existence. Writer's block. It's your arch nemesis for life, appearing without warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their souls just to get their muse back.
Sounds awful!
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take a proper break. Boss, get me a plate of fried tofu, and get some kushikatsu for these two. Just the basic kind will do. Don't worry, this is my treat.
Your treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko, we'll be getting paid for all the hard work we're doing, right?
Of course, everyone that takes part in the creative process will be paid.
Alright, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up now. For the sake of our patron, get your brain going!
I love Paimon. I love Paimon. She's great.
Oh! Does this mean your inspirations come back?
Yeah.
The Liyue Academy has more student clubs than you can shake a stick at. And as the new kid on the block, the protagonist is the one they're all fighting over. There's the Culinary Club, the Architecture Club, the Funerary Club, even the Coconut Milk Research Club. But in the end, the protagonist chose to join the Rock and Roll Club.
K-on.
Taking a chance on their youthful dreams, 4 newcomers to the Academy form a rock and roll band that really begins to take off. Paimon loves it!
I give it a 9.5. A classic tale of youth and friendship. It never gets old. I especially like the head of the club. Great character design. She really has rock and roll coursing through her veins. I can almost feel the heat from that fire in her soul. Approved.
Aw, yeah!
Great. Well, now Satomi can get started on that.
Leave it to me, Lady Yai.
It feels a bit disjointed, this story.
Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we? I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas?
When the Vision Hunt decree comes out of nowhere, the protagonist joins the Resistance, starting out as an ordinary rank-and-file soldier. Find out how the protagonist goes on to make great contributions to the war effort, become best friends with the Resistance General, and get to know the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, working together with everyone to finally secure a grand victory for the Resistance. Huh. It's surprisingly normal.
I think it's rather good. A lot of people still like the classic hero's journey, from ordinary soldier to great leader, a fresh take on a timeless classic.
Advert started, of course. So I shall stop for now.
One thing, though. We'll need to rewrite the part about me giving you the Omamori. Let's change it to... The mysterious Lady Kitsune teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true. The protagonist uses this spell to defeat the Raiden Shogun in battle. That should do the trick.
Whoa. So we're really going head to head with our rival on this one, huh?
I suppose so. Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the passage where the protagonist recites the incantation myself.
Let me just move myself to the right a bit. There we go.
Are we done then? Do you really think this will be able to beat a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
The content is fine. Now we just need to promote it. I will contact an artist to make some illustrations. I'm positive they will be at least as good as those in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. We'll also need an endorsement on a paper band around the book. I can get the wonderful Ms. Hina to write that. She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. The people of Inazuma absolutely adore her. You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yai Publishing House at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation. Once our light novel is complete, let's meet at the writer's submission event.
Miss Hina doesn't usually do endorsements, but since it's Lady Guji that's asking, we'll see what we can do. With Miss Hina getting so popular lately, a lot of people have come to us hoping to do a collaboration. But Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers' letters, and turns down every promotional opportunity she can. Maybe that's why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, if we can get that endorsement from Miss Hina, you'll definitely get an exposure boost at the beginning. May your light novel sell well and set a new record for the Yai Publishing House.
We'll do our best.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon's slowly starting to understand your unique tastes.
What do you mean, strange? It took a lot of work by a lot of different people to get this thing finished. Don't you think it's a very descriptive pen name?
I haven't played this for a long time, so I'm a bit lost.
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales in pilot locations throughout Inazuma. I'll announce the sales numbers in 3 days.
3 days.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now. Do you really think this is gonna work?
It's not gonna work, Paimon.
That's right. Be confident in your work. That's exactly how a light novelist should be.
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results. Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck.
Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me. Let's turn that up. Oh, it's on full now. I don't know if that's going to help at all. not sure I can do much else. Wait for 3 days. Dear. I know I can skip time. La 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 la. I can lower the game sound a bit, yeah. Standing around for 3 days. Oh, I play quite a few gacha games.
You've all finally made it. Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves. Multiple sales locations are asking when we'll be printing more copies.
I'm a bit afraid to say that one of my favourites is something like Blue Archive.
This level of success is an amazing
But
accomplishment.
I'm not sure I should stream that one.
Most new books don't sell 30% of what you've sold. I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them. The payment will follow shortly, and I'll notify you to come and collect it when the time comes.
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light novel was to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Yes, it was Paimon.
We sold a lot of copies, but it doesn't feel like we accomplished our goal. How do we know whether it worked?
Oh, don't worry. The change is already underway.
Oh, smug eye.
Shh. Listen to what the people around us are talking about. The conversation has already moved on, hasn't it?
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits at Midnight, and your wish will come true.
Oh, that? That's a throwback. That's old news, man.
Oh, these people are fickle.
No one's talking about that anymore. The secret spells of Lady Kitsune is the new hit thing. I've already memorized all the incantations.
Thank you. I used
Secret spells of Lady Kitsune?
it's a VRM. I used the
What's that?
Void Studio to make it.
You haven't read it
But
yet?
I kind of made it myself.
Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell in there on a moonless night, you'll receive protection of the Kitsune and all the other powerful yokai. They can make any of your wishes come true. I heard that the incantations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of Mora and got it, but then one night it all turned to leaves and he developed a high fever. They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get rid of the discomfort. That proves that the incantations in this book are more potent than the
Oh
ones
dear,
everyone was
they're
trying
making
before.
stuff up themselves.
Pretty much everyone I know is desperate to try it out. Just waiting for a moonless night.
Really? Well, I better go and prepare too.
Oh yeah, I'd love to be able to afford to pay for one. Yeah, definitely.
Well, feeling less worried now?
brainstorming session.
This is something that will become very important to us further down the line. Alright, it's time to move on to the next phase of the plan.
I have been trying to make one myself, to be honest. The most custom thing I've got is the software at the moment now. I made the software to track myself.
There's a phase 2?
Trying to do everything myself, to be honest.
Of course. Behind every book that hits the market lies an author, right?
Oh yeah. If we leave him to his own devices, he might just write
It's a big
another
learning
guide to
process.
summoning spirits. Also, we still need to figure out what his motive for writing it was.
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, I've already managed to identify the author. He's a failed light novelist named Tomoyuki. But when we went to ask him about it, he had no recollection whatsoever of having written the book. Yes, this is another case of possession. Only this time, whoever possessed him actively sought him out. After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi. In frustration, he shouted out, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." After that, he lost
I enjoyed
consciousness.
doing it myself, to be honest. Like I said, I enjoyed the whole learning process of it all. It's fun to try and do it myself.
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right? So what are we supposed to do?
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? So we can just use its own method to make it manifest itself. And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role.
Yeah, I've changed my mind. I don't want to help anymore, Mika.
Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
Oh no. Who are we fighting? Oops. I didn't mean that. I'm too used to games where you don't die with full damage.
What is this place?
The ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a certain elusive author.
Really? But it feels so eerie here.
Played PSO2
That
too
seems
much.
rather fitting. What are you so afraid of, honestly?
Oops.
We're finally about to meet the true author of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. Aren't you excited?
Paimon's heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure it's not because of excitement. Hey, wait up! Oh, Paimon's scared.
Yeah. I didn't add any emotes because I think it's more that I'm not a good artist, to be honest. I would have to. That is one of those things that I would have to pay someone to do.
Ready, steady, go!
Come on, can she get? No, she can't revive it. Damn. Did that the wrong way around, didn't I? Yeah, I think it is, to be honest. I'm a software developer. I'm good at software. That's my talent.
What a weird painting. Miko, do you know what it's supposed to show?
Probably a scene from ancient Inazuma.
It's a good piece of artwork and all, but it's also kinda eerie. Sounds a bit scary. Looks like the artist signed their name. Rakuzai? It's not very clear.
Yeah, there is. I can program things to make pretty things, and I spend most of my time making software to make things, like the tracking software I've done.
Let's go inside and take a look.
Yeah.
Right here. Incoming.
Yep, no, fine.
Dear me. Shut up. Freeze to the core. With sword comes shadow.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't played this for a long time, as you can probably tell.
Huge! Hey, is that a mirror? There's a really weird looking stool as well.
It's very difficult to manage.
I see. This setup is quite handy. Saves me a lot of work. Alright, go and take a look around. There should be a mechanism somewhere that makes the whole room move.
It makes it, how do I describe it? It's very, I work all day programming, and then it exhausts me. So, coming back to actually do anything else is quite hard, to be honest. Okay, so I moved the boot. Okay. Great. There's things to activate. Of course there is. Thank you for telling me.
Speed of light. Hey! Don't blink. Nowhere to hide.
You managed to hide? What are you on about? I'm not great at multitasking either, to be honest. Let's see if there's somewhere else first. I don't think there is. No. Oh, it was down here.
Let me try it.
Speed of light. Beg for mercy.
Yeah.
More speed. Got lucky that time. Incoming. Hey! Good grief. I'll be back.
There you are.
Taste my blade.
With sword comes shadow. I will not quite.
Ah.
Right here.
Wow, that was bad. Bob can't help. Anything to be done in here? No. Well, that was annoying. I haven't streamed for a long time. I wouldn't say I'm managing it great. And lovely little puzzles like this is confusing me enough. Finally, I can revive her. No. My brain's not working today. Yeah, I know you want me to go there. Let me guess. Yeah, something like that.
Let's get down to business.
Speed of light.
Very
I'll turn something off because it's in my eyes. I don't set any schedule because I don't like being beholden to myself. Okay. Where am I trying to get to? Well, I know where I'm trying to get to. I just not entirely sure how to get there. It's over there. That thing. That's the way out. Oh, and this is why I failed the IQ test. Yeah. Is there anything changed down here? No. Right. There's nothing down here that I haven't done before. No, there isn't. Stop sparkling at me. There's this again that I've done before. Haven't I? Yeah. I'm just getting lost now. I'm lost now. And I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a seat. I know where it is. It's down here somewhere. I just don't know how to get to it. I know it's going to be obviously, it's going to be stupidly obvious when I get to it, but that's just the way out, isn't it? I just want to. No. I'd moved against that before. It was in the fucking middle. Yeah. Of course it was. Of course it was. Okay, calm down. No need to be that dramatic, Paimon.
Okay. Next I will show you a secret kitsune spell. This painting is a swift summoning medium, which means I'll be able to skip many of the more tedious steps. The murky mirror reflects the view of Inazuma in a bygone age. Spirits stirred by the sight of the past will be easily drawn to it.
Really?
You're up next, little one. Come on, sit yourself down here. Yes. The whole point of a summoning ritual is for a dead person's spirit to possess a living person's body.
Oh, happy days.
You saw what happened to that Oni samurai spirit. After leaving the host's body, he was only able to maintain his form for a very short time before disappearing.
Have enough mental health problems not to be need to be possessed.
Oh, you really care about the little one quite a lot, don't you?
Oh, if I'm the little one,
little
what's
jealous.
Paimon?
I wish my friends were caring like that. Anyway, are you scared, little friend? Don't you worry now. It'll be over soon. Just think of it like having a dream. Sit on the chair, stare at the painting, and relax your body and mind. But try and be natural. There's really no need to be nervous.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about that.
It's like she's sitting inside the painting. Huh? Is Paimon seeing things? Did the painting just move?
Recite the incantation in your heart, little one. Also, you'll need to have some intense thoughts going through your head. A wish, for example. Now, what kind of wish do we think it would take to summon forth the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits? Anyone?
Probably something to do with writing?
Very good. The wish needs to be heartfelt, though, so let me help add a little realism to the equation. The book is selling exceptionally well, Traveler, but we're going to need an outline for Chapter 4 as soon as humanly possible. When is the earliest that you can turn it in by?
The painting is moving again! What the?
I never thought the day would come when I'd be summoned using my own ritual. What have we here? Another budding writer? What's come over you all? Why is everyone wishing for help with their writing? Are novels so popular in this day and age?
Yes. Yes, they are.
We got you! So you're the one who wrote A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. What are you trying to do, Why'd you put that summoning incantation in the book, huh? What's your game here?
Huh? What's this? Oh. I see. No wonder this felt so familiar. I've walked right into your trap, haven't I? You ask me what my game is here? Well, of course. It was to use this incantation as a means for all the souls of the departed yokai to make their glorious return to the world and plunge all of Inazuma into a brutal, bloody war.
What? Paimon knew it! He's an evil man all along!
Oh, did you now? Then how naive of you to let me possess this body so easily. I sense, yes, great power within her. Good. Good! With this power, no one shall be able to stand in my way. her again. This body now belongs to me!
Hey, come on, wake up! Don't let him take your mind! Miko, think of something! Miko! Miko! Mom! You're laughing?
Oh, Rakusai, you haven't changed a bit. You've grown so quickly. Too perfect.
Well, you made the face enough times that I couldn't exactly miss the hint. This is what you were going for, yes? Never one to stand on the sidelines of a good spectacle, are you? Always got to dive in and fan the flames, ah, you mischievous little kitsune, you. Look what you've done to this little flying one here. Oh, poor thing scared witless.
You were having plenty of fun playing the bad guy a moment ago. Now you're trying to blame it all on me?
Rakusai? Miko, you guys know each other?
Yes, we do. Of course we do.
Allow me to formally introduce the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, Urakusai. No, wait. To be more accurate, it's Urakusai's memory.
Memory? But isn't he a spirit?
Ah, spirits, memories. They're just different words to describe the same thing. Something that comes from the ley lines.
Do you remember that recent incident when the Rift Hounds were gnawing at the sacred Sakura's roots? You witnessed human memories leaking from the ley lines, didn't you? Well, since there are human memories, of course there are going to be yokai memories too. In life, yokai possess supernatural powers, and even when they are a shadow of their former selves from a bygone era, they still have the ability to control whether they are visible or not. Typically, yokai memories survive longer in the world than those of humans.
Indeed, indeed. I was wandering around the sacred Sakura's roots when I suddenly heard someone yelling, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." It piqued my curiosity, so I popped inside his body and wrote a novel for him.
So that's how it happened. But why did you include a summoning incantation in the novel?
Oh, little one. Not to toot my own horn here, but when I was alive, I wasn't just another kitsune, no. I was a mighty and powerful Daioko. The memories of other yokai can't possess human bodies at will like I can. But with this incantation, they can
Hello.
go one last little joyride in the world for a couple of days.
I'm good.
Anything they're still itching to do,
How are you?
they can go and get it done.
But...
Oh, come on, Paimon, they're just playing with you.
She's trying to say that all the commotion this causes is likely to be a great disturbance to the humans.
Disturbance? I guess you mean that we might leave them with some broken dreams after we leave, hmm? Oh, yes. And they might have a fever or whatever. But you know, I actually think that the most admirable thing about human beings is the way that they go out and shape their fate with their own two hands, given that they're not born blessed with the same powers that we enjoy. As for those who would rather draw on external power than seek to improve themselves, it's quite right that they learn their lesson eventually. So when you think about it, we're actually doing the humans a big favor. Miko, you agree, don't you?
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Alright then. You finally convinced Paimon. You guys were right.
What are you scared of, little one? Don't be deceived by her day-to-day antics. Miko is actually one of the most powerful yokai out there.
Not only that, Irakusai, but my latest work has beaten that book you wrote, A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, to become the most popular in Inazuma.
Of course. You were never one to make extra work for yourself where you can help. And yet you went to all these lengths to find my painting room, and even took the trouble to summon me. I knew you must have some ulterior motive. You were always the one to pick a quarrel with me when we all used to gather around and share stories. All right. You win, I lose. Happy now?
Just a quarrel between yokai.
I finally get to hear you say it centuries later. Ooh, I must say it feels good.
I remember when you were just a little girl, always hanging off my shoulders. A few hundred years later, and you're all grown up.
Urakusai, how much time do you have left?
Not much. That goes for all of us, actually. We've all got to go back where we came from in the end. Everyone's quite content in many ways, but they still can't help but ask, are we ever going to have another Hyakyako?
Don't you worry about that, Urakusai. Arrangements are being made. When my bell rings, it means the moonless night is upon us.
Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. Miko, it's been nice catching up, but I'd better conserve my energy if I want to stick it out until then. So, I'll be on my way now.
All right. Goodbye then, Urakusai.
One last thing, Miko. I just want to know, have you been well all these years?
I've been great, of course. Every day is a happy one. Especially these days. Not only do I have my light novels, but I've also met these two delightfully nosy outlanders. And even A is finally starting to come to her senses. Quite a miracle, given how pig-headed she can be.
Oh, well, great. That's fantastic.
Urakusai, you'd be right at home in this era. A great storyteller and artist like yourself would be the Yai Publishing House's ace in the hole. And I would personally be hounding you over your next installment.
Kind of glossed over the whole problems we just had.
He disappeared. Are you awake? How are you feeling?
Are you all there? Here, like last time, repeat after me. Oh, you beat me to it. Looks like your brain is intact. So, your first possession, What was it like? Good. Saves me from having to explain everything again. Hearing Rakusai admit defeat has put me in the most wonderful mood. In return, it's only fair that we make sure to deliver on what they're all hoping for.
I feel like I'm in the way of the conversation. Let me move myself to the other side of the stream. This is going to take some moving. Because the camera's in a funny place. I just realised I am in the way of the conversation. That should be better.
Yes, though they only represent a tiny proportion of the memories in the ley lines, it will still be quite a sight to behold when the time comes. Since you've come this far, why don't you do one last thing for me, I'll need your help with the ritual.
There we go.
You cannot be serious, Miko. After all that, you still have more errands for us? You guys teamed up to scare Paimon just now. You think Paimon's gonna do anything you ask for?
Oh, come on. I'm really only asking you to finish what you started. Besides, your paychecks are still in my hands.
Paimon's paycheck?
Yeah, my paycheck.
Well, there's no way out now. We're in too deep.
Woo! Head where? There. Up there.
Well, hello there, my little helpers. So nice of you to join me. You're right on time, too.
As if we had a choice. We just want our paychecks. So, Nico, what exactly do we have to do to make this Hyakuyaku happen? Also, to be clear, we actually have no idea what it even means.
It might sound ominous, but to put it simply, the Hyakuyaku is just a gathering of the yokai. Back in the day at yokai gatherings, once everyone had had plenty to drink, one by one they'd start soaring into the sky with their yokai powers. There were so many of them that their silhouettes would block out the moon. But now, the yokai memories that leak from the ley lines are weak. They are no longer able to fly, so I will be performing a convocation ritual for them, gathering all the wandering memories together in one place. When the time comes, they will gather in the sky above the Grand Narukami Shrine. Once their energy is spent, they will be satisfied and return to where they belong. All the preparations for the ritual have actually been made well in advance. Remember the incantation and the mention of moonless night that I added to our novel?
Oh.
Oh, yeah! Something about reciting the secret spells of Lady Kitsune on a moonless night.
Right, so she's been making, getting people to do it for her.
Actually, it's not a wish-granting incantation at all. It's a spell to help calm the ley line memories. When that time comes, let's all pitch in and help send them on their way. I will start the ritual preparations shortly, and at that time I need you to do two things. First, tell the shrine maidens to leave the mountain. During the Hyakuyaku, a whole swarm of yokai memories will be hanging around in the air above the Grand Narukami Shrine. Having the shrine maidens leave avoids the bothersome issue of someone potentially getting possessed. After that, I will commence the ritual, and the memories will begin to congregate. This will take some time. I need you at the foot of Mount Yogo during this part to keep an eye on nearby monster activity. The memories are normally dispersed and don't pose a threat. But when their energy is concentrated, it is likely to disturb the monsters. They may see this as an opportunity to try and make it up the mountain. I need you to fend them off so that that doesn't happen.
Alright, got it. Then what?
Well, if at that point you felt like coming to the shrine and getting a close-up view of the yokai, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, let's get going.
Oh. Tell. Okay.
See that he stays.
Lower.
Descend the mountain?
Yep, Nico said the ritual should...
I see.
Okay.
I'll evacuate everyone right away. What about you?
We'll be taking care of a couple other things for her. And once we're done with that, we're gonna come back and do the ritual together.
It seems like Lady Guji places great trust in me. Lady Kuji's never allowed anyone else to be in her presence when she's conducted rituals like this in the past. Thank you for helping with the ritual, and good luck.
Don't worry, we're much stronger than we look. Nico's about to start the ritual. Come on, let's go deal with the monsters down the mountain. Nowhere to hide.
Crush!
Incoming.
Her Majesty's power flows through me!
Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
Out of my sight. Beg for mercy.
Nice and swift. Speed of light.
Winter shall eventually come.
These monsters look really riled up. Yep, let's get rid of them as fast as we... Alright, here they come!
Crush! Touche!
Boba, get... Don't blink!
Shudder!
With sword comes shadow. You're toast! Incoming! Hey! Cut to the chase!
Beg for mercy. Stronger than I thought.
Going somewhere?
Freeze to the core.
My blade! Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
Crush!
I'll protect us. Ready, steady, go! Hey!
Shudder!
Nice and spiked. Look, there's so many of them! Come on, you can do it!
Strike first! Say no more!
Don't
hold back!
Eat this! Speed of light.
My blade!
To the chase.
Train harder.
Alright, that's the last of the monsters.
Hey! We are just starting the festival. A festival for the yokai. And I just had to beat some monsters up.
So many! They're everywhere! Huh?
Yes, the memories of the yokai. They haven't been able to relax and soar through the air like this for a long time. Come with me.
look a little nervous.
It's just, Hyman's never seen anything like this before.
Of course you haven't.
Really blocked out the moon.
It does look a little intimidating, doesn't it? But I know them. They may be loud and brash at times, but they are good and brave souls. Even after losing their lives in a brutal war, they have never given in to grief or despair. Alas, their time is short.
Do they really have to go?
It's a feast, and all feasts come to an end. Since you're sorry to see them leave, why don't you do the recital along with me? O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment, in reverence I perform this rite.
In reverence, I perform this rite.
To be a guiding light.
The book says, recite the secret spells of Lady Kitsune tonight, and our wishes will come true.
O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
I perform this rite to be your guiding light. Your unrivaled power
Will be honored eternally.
Rakusai, you asked if I was doing well. Really, every day is a happy day for me. But watching you all leave now, I can't help but feel a little lonely. Just a little, of course.
It's created
Just
some
as I thought,
absolutely
the
beautiful
ritual went
moments in
very
this game.
smoothly. Thank you both. Oh, I'm great.
But the look on your face just now.
I'm fine, seriously. Really, No. Honestly, you two.
Pico.
Fine. Well, if you're dead set on doing something for me, you can treat me to a meal.
Sure, no problem. A meal it is.
Okay. Well, see you soon then.
That was absolutely beautiful. Where can I head? All the way up there. If I can make it. Probably not. Oh, that's fine. I understand that entirely. I've worked on deadlines like that before. I've had projects I've had to worked days on before.
Speed of light. Got lucky that time. Don't blink. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Incoming. Crush. Flood of frost. Shudder. Hey! Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Crush. Speed of light. Don't blink.
I don't even know what emotes I'd want, to be honest. I mean, it'd be nice to have some emotes. I can't deny that. I haven't even got it for a Discord server. It's something I'd have to think about. Like I said, I'm poor. You'd think I'm rich being a developer, but I'm not that rich. Right. see if that's enough. How much the next day? So it is tomorrow.
Today is the day we agreed to treat Miko to a meal. The venue is Uyu Restaurant. Let's go!
Plate is unbearable. How is the next chapter of the miraculous adventures of the traveler not released yet?
It was quite a surprise when the moonless night finally came.
Yeah, that huge black cloud over Mount Yogo that night. It just seemed to form out of nowhere.
But then nothing happened after I made a wish using the method in that book.
Yeah. I guess light novels are just fiction after all, huh?
That night was definitely the nail in the coffin for the incantations from novels fad. Still, something tells me the miraculous adventures of the traveler will remain an interesting series for a long time to come.
Huh? Paimon can't see Miko anywhere. Guess she's not up?
Yeah, she's inside the restaurant.
Ah, my little friends. There you are.
Miko, what is this? You started eating without us?
Paimon, you
I
glutton.
did, yes. You're paying after all. The thought of being able to eat the most expensive dishes and drink the finest sake, all for absolutely free? Oh, I just couldn't wait any longer. Ah, boss.
It's still
these
something
two
I'll have to think
faces
about
here?
more than
Remember
anything
them.
else.
They're the ones picking up the bill later.
Alrighty.
Oh dear.
What's gotten into you? Come on, sit yourselves down. You have to try this fish. It's found exclusively in the waters around
Okay,
Seirai
now I'm getting
Island.
hungry.
They shipped it to Inazuma overnight, and it was still alive right up until I ordered it. Or maybe you'd rather try this? I know. I normally can't bring myself to drink sake this expensive either. If you don't drink alcohol, that's fine too. There are all kinds of fruit juices covering the whole price spectrum.
Miko, you are outrageous! Last time we were here working on the novel, all you ordered for us was the plainest kushikatsu!
Strange. I remember no such thing. Oh, so what? You did offer to treat me to a meal, didn't you? Anyway, I am something of a VIP, you know. Wouldn't you find it embarrassing to treat me anything short of lavishly?
Ah, dear, Mika.
Miko, this meal is going to be super expensive! Aren't you afraid we won't be able to afford it?
Oh, don't you worry about that. You can most definitely afford it. They're still printing your light novel by the batch, you know. You have quite the generous payment due.
What? Oh, darn it! She tricked us into this! Miko was after our mark from the very beginning!
Why does it look like we're just there slowly stewing and getting angry?
Oh, the looks on your faces right now. Too perfect. Oh, by the way, Since nobody's wishes came true on the moonless night, novels with incantations are no longer in vogue. So you'll have to come up with something new for the next chapter of The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler. The deadline is looming. I'm counting on you.
Dear. Was it that one? There's nothing else in here to do. Why is that locked? Ah, of course. Yeah. What to do next? Yeah, Kaching. She is my favourite. She was my first ever big pull. In fact, I think she was my first ever pull. I got it immediately. Fire. Yeah. So I leveled up as much as I could without spending too much. I only got that far. I think those three are my favourites. But she's definitely my favourite. Enough that I spent some money and bought some merch. And then there's also, where is she? Oh, there she is. Her as well. Eula's great as well. Like I say, I haven't played this for a long time, so I'm not really. What's the word? I haven't got a lot of the newer characters. Speaking of which, what have I got? Yeah. Yeah, I could pull, I guess, but I don't want to. Remember the time I had about 20,000, I spent it all just trying to pull Yanfei. And I'd get her eventually, but I spent 20,000 to eventually get her. Question. Yeah. Hmm. Ah, Noel. Still not sure what to do. Do I do the story? Do I should probably do the story. What was it? Yeah. Chug, chug, chug.
Hey! Wake up! Hey! You're finally awake. I'm always worried sick.
Oh dear.
No idea. Hyman just woke up and then we were here. The scenery here looks different too. Oh, what should we do, Traveler? Please don't tell Paimon someone abducted us and brought us to some strange place that we could never leave.
Calm down.
You're right. Better to think of this as the beginning of a new adventure.
Yay, adventure!
Thank goodness you're still here. If Paimon woke up alone, she probably would be trembling in a tree hollow. Let's follow this path for now. We might be able to meet someone and figure out what this place is all about.
Ah, Barbara. Yes, Barbara's going. Hence her being in the team. Oh no. The music makes me think it's Alice in Wonderland. Oh no. I should have got more food.
Did those plants by the road look weird to you? It almost looked like they were made of paper. And those two rats over there? Yeah, they look like pieces of origami.
Yes, this is Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, by the shade of a lotus leaf stream, don't tell me you forgot how to jump.
Come on, you made of paper, you can float.
I didn't forget, Firecracker. I'm just not sure if what I remember is correct.
Next thing you know, you'll have forgotten how to sing, much less notate a score. You still remember why we call you Stream, don't you?
Yeah, because I've got a great singing voice. Although these days, name seems more ironic than anything.
Not just a great voice, one that evokes the gentleness of early morning dewdrops flowing into a spring. So cheer up and make the jump over. If you're still unsure, just use that roll of magic thread. I won't laugh, I promise. Now, don't tell me you've forgotten how to use that as well.
I haven't forgotten everything, Firecracker. Your name, for instance. It's kind of hard to forget that you're named after your fiery temper.
Now do me a favor and pipe down for a second. I'll be right over.
Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
Must be this place.
This place
Must be
is
something in the
getting more
water.
confusing by the second.
Yeah.
Anyway, why don't we go after those two frogs? They didn't look evil or anything. What?
Oops, I pressed space too soon.
That's everything. On to the next.
Guess we're not catching up to those frogs. They were so fast. Paimon couldn't even tell where they hopped off to in the end.
Excuse me, honored travelers. Did you come from the Cliff of Prophecy, perchance?
I know.
The chubby paper hamster just talked.
Chubby? Who are you calling chubby? She's got a slightly thicker layer of paper on me, that's all.
Oh dear. Advert started. Darn. Just take a break for a moment while the advert runs. And that's the advert over, hopefully.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Errr, and I'm an elder of the Forest of Blessings. I've been waiting here for the hero of prophecy to arrive.
Oh, great.
Traveler, could you pinch Paimon just to make sure she's not still screaming?
Pinching, you say? Well, I can help with that. Although you'll have to get a little closer. My arms are rather short.
That's alright. We just need a minute to collect ourselves. Okay, let's think things through. We know for sure this isn't the world we're familiar with. The talking paper animals and all the paper trees and plants make that pretty clear.
Yeah.
The hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to the world.
Yeah.
That is what the prophecy says.
Okay, great. Thanks for coming by. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Dearie me, I completely forgot to introduce you to this world, didn't I? And here I am, getting all excited by the arrival of the hero. You'll have to excuse me, this old brain isn't what it once was. All shell and no nut. Well, perhaps my once glossy paper has faded past the point of no return.
Yeah.
It's okay, really. You can just tell us all about this world now.
Let me think. Where should I even begin? Pretty much forgotten everything that happened in the
Have you now?
Right. I believe the story circulating along the pulp of this forest goes as follows. A long time ago, 3 goddesses created this world and named it Simulunca.
Oh no.
The goddess of creation, who presides over matter and magic, created the mountains and rivers, gave us life. Her powers also paved the way for Simulunca to exist in numerous worlds.
Yeah.
After the goddess of creation came the goddess of prophecy, with dominion over the stars and the course of fate itself. She induced the sky to spin and the earth to move. Even to this day, her statue still stands tall at the highest point of constellation Metropole. The final goddess was the goddess of fate, she who reigns over all treasured tales and dearest wishes. She bestowed upon us fierce and everlasting feelings of love and hate, and showed us the meaning of death and hope.
Oh, really?
Whoa, they all seem super impressive. Sounds like they really did a lot.
Yes.
Of course. All new residents of Simulunca come to the forest to thank the goddess of creation for founding this world, and travel to Constellation Metropole to witness the divinations of the goddess of prophecy's numerous oracles. After that, they make their way to the end of the world and tell the goddess of fate about their most cherished dreams.
How it used to be? Did something bad happen? Oh, yeah. That has to do with the hero you're waiting for, right?
Yes, this old brain of mine may have forgotten many things, but I will never forget the day the evil dragon descended upon our forest. He came down from the skies in an ominous black mist and ravaged our homeland. Its gigantic footprints can still be seen in the kingdom of breezes and bells. We are incredibly fortunate that no one was hurt.
Sounds terrifying.
The terror doesn't stop there, I'm afraid. Ever since the attack, the Calligraphy Tavern in the forest has been closed. No one knows why, but it's a catastrophe of the highest order for us, forest dwellers.
A catastrophe of the highest order? All because a tavern closed? If we were talking about Mondstadt here, Paimon might understand, but is it really all that serious?
Good goddess of creation above. We'd take even the greatest flood over the closure of the tavern. Wet paper will dry out with time. Fallen trees can be restored. But the Calligraphy Tavern is the only source of the magic tonic that sustains all creatures in the forest.
Magic what?
Magic tonic. It was gifted to the forest by the goddess of creation herself. A special potion that helps us maintain our vitality.
Yes.
Well,
What does happen when you stop drinking
bodies
it?
will gradually crumple and become brittle until they eventually disintegrate entirely. Colors will fade and
Yes, it looks like it's
we'll
having an
start
effect
to lose
now.
our memory until
Oh
we can't
dear.
even remember our own names.
But wait, Grandpa Almond, does that mean you've already...
Yes, it looks like it.
Oh, I'm afraid so. The color has all but completely faded from my paper. To be honest,
Oh,
what
excuse
I
me.
really remember is that I'm supposed to wait here for the hero of prophecy. But I've already forgotten who gave me that order to begin with.
We've gotta act fast! How can we help?
Oh, brave Pixie. May the goddess of fate reward you and your friend.
Excuse me.
Could it be you're the heroes I've been waiting for all along?
Not sure how we know that. Plus, we can't even remember how we got here, so it's not looking too promising.
Well, this is turning out to be quite the conundrum for old Almond's brain here. Prophecy never mentioned anything like that. For now, why don't you come with me to the Hut of Blessings? Our forest fairy lives there. Maybe she'll know what to do.
Yes.
Oh, a forest fairy? Like one that knows magic?
Oh, you betcha. She's prophesized to join the hero on their journey.
Well then, she sounds like exactly the kind of person we need. Please lead the way, Grandpa Almond.
Grandpa Almond. One of those red things. No.
That meadow over there looks pretty strange.
That's what the Calligraphy Tavern looks like. Now it's lost all of its color. This is the place. If you could just wait a moment, the fairy should be...
Traveler! Paimon! Paimon knows that voice!
It's really you! I'm so happy to see you! Sorry.
So Milu is the forest fairy? Well, you certainly look the part.
Thank you. But to be honest, I'm still getting used to it. It's the weirdest thing. I remember I was reading a book at the Grand Bazaar, and then I guess I must have fallen asleep at some point because, well, then I woke up just like this. And in my dream, someone spoke to me. They said, "You are the fairy of the Forest of Blessings. Now go, save the forest with your magic." At first, I thought this whole world was just part of the dream, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to wake up. I couldn't find anyone I knew from the real world either.
Sounds similar to what happened with us. We also have no idea how we got here.
Anyway, sorry for my reaction back there. I got a bit too excited when I saw you two.
It's okay, we totally understand. We were looking for a way out too. At least we know we're not alone.
Oh, blessed be the goddess of fate above. You're already friends with the fairy of the forest.
Grandpa Almond, thank you so much for bringing my friends here. Could you let the others know I'm coming? I'll head over right away.
Of course, leave it to me. Hey ho, pistachio. Today truly is a blessed day.
Wow, Milu. Looks like you made short work of getting to know the locals.
Well, when I arrived here yesterday, Grandpa Almond told me all about the state of this world. Since they think of me as their forest fairy, I just felt like I had to try to help them.
Oh, so you mean like using some kind of forest magic to prepare the cavern?
Unfortunately, I don't know how to use the magic of this world. I tried using my vision, but it doesn't seem to work here. If the books stored in this hut are anything to go by, this seems to be the place where the goddess of creation first made the townspeople of this forest. She folded the pages of books into small origami animals, gave them life with her magic, and with time, that's how the Forest of Blessings took shape.
Maybe one of the books here could teach us how to use magic.
I read them all, but only found one reference to magic.
This...
The incantation, abracadabra, means to create what I say. This is a world made up of words, where fantastical powers can be wielded by all.
Okay, so basically everyone in this world can use magic? That's nice, but still kind of vague.
Yeah, from the other books I read, it seems like this goddess really likes to play fast and loose with the details.
So, what should we do now? Didn't you say you were going somewhere, Milu?
Oh, yes. I was going to help some of the other residents of the forest. They've been busy making preparations to reopen the tavern, so I thought I could help out.
Got it! Guess we should just focus on what we can do for now.
This whole thing is making me pretty nervous, actually. It's like I've been pushed on stage without being taught the choreography. Since I'm already wearing the costume, though, I might as well try to play the part. It's what a professional dancer would do. And who knows? Maybe I'll find my own magic along the way.
At least you're optimistic.
Thank you. Then let's go.
Oh dear. Who knows? Okay.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
treasure is concerned. You give, you receive.
Hmm. Is this just a load of mini games? I'm not sure I want to do it right now.
Nowhere to hide. Huh? Freeze to the core.
That's everything. On to the next.
Paimon's not very strong. And, well, I'm gonna mess up. What? Well, for God's sake, why do you do it like this? Well, that... You're telling me to press the right button. Oh, for God's sake. is it only vital? Okay, so it's got nothing to do with that.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Oh, I can do that, can I? Oh, it's got midnight. And I have to work. Oh well, I think I'm going to call it night. Good night. Good
I'm all
night.
for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Good night, meow. Meow meow.